Because you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best fit for somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth about anything, go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars.
Man.
Liars are now the face of our culture.
Names that I want to call Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men. And you're still doing it.
As the storm around the Epstein revelations gathers momentum, the pressure on the Carters feels suffocating, with Jay-Z facing relentless scrutiny since Diddy's arrest, and now his name surfacing in the files has only intensified the fallout, while insiders whisper that Beyoncé has reached her breaking point, with rumors claiming she quietly relocated to Iraq, Qatar, or somewhere in the Middle East, supported by circulating images though never officially confirmed. Yet what does seem undeniable is the growing belief that his standing is rapidly eroding, especially after earlier reports suggested he had already consulted a divorce attorney during the Diddy controversy and that the two had been living increasingly separate lives, as Beyoncé, anticipating the possible release of damaging information, appeared to shift into protective mode by accelerating album releases, expanding business ventures, and pushing forward with tours, all seemingly designed to secure her position before the storm fully broke.
They have already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah. Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour. We may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
Since his name became entangled in legal turmoil connected to Busby, the narrative surrounding Jay-Z has only darkened, with lawsuits piling up and sources describing a man gripped by constant anxiety following Diddy's legal downfall, even going so far as to publicly distance himself from someone he had been photographed beside for decades, while also claiming that those associations had cost him financially when lenders allegedly viewed him as a reputational risk. And then came the Epstein files, where a woman described being abducted in 1996 and awakening inside Epstein's Florida mansion in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, a claim that echoes earlier allegations raised in the Busby case involving accusations alongside Diddy at a party, making this the second major controversy of similar nature to surface. And unlike other denials, this situation carries visual history linking Jay-Z and Weinstein together, including past collaborations and public appearances that critics argue make distancing impossible.
Your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for mass incarceration?
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Well, then can I ask you about mass incarceration?
Skeptics quickly seized on the timeline, pointing out that the alleged incident dates back to 1996, before Jay-Z's mainstream fame, yet supporters of the claims counter that influence influence does not require celebrity status, citing reports that he was already connected to wealthy networks during that period while navigating a turbulent lifestyle that included street dealings, brushes with violence, and associations with individuals facing criminal charges, long before his transformation into a global music figure, a path that mirrors patterns seen with figures like Clive Davis's protégés in the industry's power circles, making it plausible in the eyes of many observers that he crossed paths with influential figures like Weinstein during Hollywood's peak era of unchecked authority. And as the controversy exploded online, social metrics reportedly plunged, reactions intensified, and 50 Cent publicly amplified the moment, with commentary including, "Dang, they got your boy. Jay in the Epstein files, I gotta do a doc on this-ish," followed by a mocking post captioned, "I know you're gonna say I'm a hater, but what do you say about what he's saying? Fool LOL, get your way down the street." While observers noted that unlike his rapid denial response during the Tony Busby controversy, this time his silence has been interpreted as strategic, with claims that major outlets including TMZ, Billboard, People, Us Weekly, Complex, and The Shade Room either removed or avoided coverage, while reports also claimed cease and desist warnings were issued to critics, including Nicki Minaj.
Really crazy is that the Shade Room just posted this and then immediately took it down. It's no longer on their page. I just screenshotted it because I was going through my stuff, and when I went to look at the comments, it was like unable to load. They took the post down.
Public speculation intensified further when a wave of social media actions sparked fresh intrigue, with Tina Knowles, Kim Kardashian, Kelly Rowland, Megan Thee Stallion, Apple Music, and even the NFL reportedly distancing themselves online, while past rumors resurfaced involving interactions with Rihanna during her teenage years, alleged connections with Foxy Brown in her youth, lyrical references from Nas, and Beyoncé's own recollection that their relationship began after a prolonged friendship when she was still a teenager, all of which critics now re-examine through a darker lens alongside resurfaced clips that have reignited debate about influence and power dynamics.
He taught me how to be a woman. He taught me how to live. He taught me how to be a friend. You given me so much in life, and this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy. And every year, I'm even more in love with you. And I want to spend every day in my language.
To many observers, the pattern being painted feels unsettling, particularly when revisiting reports about his interest in Aaliyah following her separation from R. Kelly, tensions with Dame Dash, and later collaborations that critics argue ignored prior controversies, all of which have formed a narrative that Beyoncé has quietly endured years of public speculation, leading insiders to claim she has grown weary and is choosing distance rather than collapse alongside him, with rumors suggesting she assembled legal teams during the rollout of Cowboy Carter to prepare for separation of assets, only for those plans to reportedly shift when he became aware. Yet with the Epstein revelations emerging, observers describe the moment as potentially decisive, fueled by claims that former political allies have retreated, business partnerships have strained, and the balance of power within the relationship has shifted toward Beyoncé's brand dominance, even as others insist she will remain loyal and possibly shares responsibility for whatever truth eventually emerges.
Beyoncé a reflection of her husband, like you all alluded that Nicki is a reflection of her husband? Keep in mind, Kenneth Petty was 16 when he made the decision that he made. Jay-Z is an adult who has been making a slew of decisions regarding other people. Harmful ones at that.
For some critics, the length of their partnership alone raises suspicions, with arguments that such a long-standing union makes ignorance unlikely, especially as separate allegations have circulated around Beyoncé herself, including claims from former drummer Kimberly Thompson involving dark practices and professional sabotage, narratives that, whether substantiated or not, have become part of the broader conversation shaping public perception.
I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. I don't want to work with them. I'm even embarrassed that I have worked with them because it's literally shattered everything that I've tried to build after doing that work in my life. If I have always said when I was a kid, I never would want to regret anything, but this I regret. I regret that we ever worked together because it's turned my life completely upside down. She's not been able to let me go. She's not been able to let me progress into a mature woman.
Adding to the atmosphere of intrigue, former Larry Johnson publicly described attending a party hosted by the couple that left him deeply unsettled, a statement that continues to resurface whenever discussions about their private world intensify.
And then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking loud music and us dancing wild. Like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy, or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you,
additional accusations from former dancer Khadija Shari, who once performed during the Formation era, reignited debate when she publicly criticized Beyonce over alleged personal conflicts. Yet much of this history, supporters argue, has long been overlooked due to the superstar's untouchable status, creating a perception that both partners may hold enough damaging knowledge about one another to make separation extraordinarily complicated, fueling commentary like, when Beyonce divorces Jay-Z, we will not give her no pass for aiding and abetting her sick PDF husband. All these years, she will not get some Survivor edit that woman and her mother are just as complicit and corrupt, and reinforcing sentiments that public loyalty toward Jay-Z has often been strengthened by his marriage itself, with observers noting how narratives once dismissed as conspiratorial now feel newly amplified, leaving many to question whether this moment signals a fracture in the Carter Empire, or merely another chapter in a saga defined by controversy, resilience, and relentless public fascination, as viewers are left to decide where they stand before the story's next dramatic turn.